Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and follow for more content. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the differences between here and Djibouti. Guys, when I was 12 years old, my mom said, Malika, we're going to Djibouti. You are going to live with your family members near the beach, and yeah, you're gonna have the best time of your life. Guys, as a 12-year-old girl who did not really grow up with a lot of siblings, I only had one younger sibling. That was like a dream, guys. That was like a whole dream. Obviously, that did not happen. So for the first thing, I'm gonna say the first good thing that I've noticed as soon as I went to Djibouti, well, I'm not even joking, is the community. Guys, I had no idea what that looked like, to be honest. Like, I was raised by a single mother. We didn't have like that much help, right? We didn't really have help. But going there and seeing just how like everybody, like there's so many people, guys. Everybody's there. Everybody's there. There's the neighbors, there's friends, there's family, like everyone. And you're never really alone. They truly have a community over there. That is the first good thing I've noticed. Wallahi, like I was like, what the heck is going on here? This is so beautiful. What do you mean? I live with my uncle, I live with my grandmother, I live with my mom, I live with my brother. There's also a maid. There's also a guy, it's called gardien there, that's there. Like, guys, there's just so many people around you. I obviously was hanging out with my cousins when I got there. And one of my cousins, guys, all of her best friends lived in the same neighborhood as her. So imagine walking like a minute and then you're to one of your friend's house. And then you walk again to the other side, you're at another friend's house. And then like, I was like, hold up, my best friend lived like 30 minutes away from me when I was younger. What is this? Like, compared to here where it's more like you're isolated, which is one of the negative things about here, the fact that there's no community and the fact that everybody is also individualistic. Yeah, exactly. The fact that everybody here is individualistic. Guys, coming back here when I was 17 turning 18 was also a different culture shock because wait, I was used to this. What is this? You know, like the loneliness and like trying to figure everything out, and like nobody helps you here. Nobody really cares about you. Everybody's more so of like doing their own thing. That is honestly sad. 17-year-old me, like that was a heartbreak to me, wallahi, because I was not expecting that. Life hit me a bit, you know? Another good thing that I've noticed in Djibouti is safety. I don't know why Africa is seen as somewhere that's unsafe. I've never felt safer. Obviously, don't go into a black hallway at night. Yeah, but overall, guys, there is so much more safety there than there is here. Because there, my friends could literally just leave their kids outside while they're sleeping, guys, while they're taking a nap. And their kids are going to be good. Guess why? And why is that? Because the neighbors, everybody around is going to take care of that kid. Like, I love that feeling of safetyness and not having to be scared. Like, I've never felt scared there, you know? Compared to here, it's like,
the fuck?
So another thing I've noticed there, compared to here, which is a good and bad thing, there you either have ride or dies or you have the worst friends ever. Well, I'm speaking from experience. Like, either you have sisters or you have ops. Like, there's no in between, guys. It's such an easy place to have friends. Also, I'm gonna mention this is a good thing I just remembered, but everybody there is so social. Like, everybody there is so open and social, which could be a bit weird at first if you're not used to it. Like, for me, going somewhere and seeing everybody like in my face, I was kind of like, the hell, like, you know, get out of my face type of energy, because I wasn't used to it. Obviously here people are a bit more, you know, like I'm my own person. If you know the word fontanimo, like there's so much fontanimo here, wallahi, compared to there. But there you can be friends with anybody, wallahi. Like, going to school was probably one of the easiest things I've done. And I honestly enjoyed my experience there because I went from like being a quiet kid here and like not having too many friends to going there and almost everybody being my friend. Almost every single person there is so open, so honest, so like social, you know? But one thing, they're also so like honest to the point where they're kind of unfiltered. So if you don't have tough skin, good luck to you. You have to develop good, like tough skin to be able to live there. People are going to tell you your faults straight to your face. But yeah, that is my third point. The fourth thing, and I don't know why this is not the first thing, but obviously like religion. The fact that everybody there is Muslim is such a plus.
These are my people.
And also, yeah, thinking about it, I've never had to worry. I didn't even know, guys, wallahi, I didn't even know there was like non-halal foods. I thought just bacon and like alcohol and things like that obviously was haram, but I didn't know there was like non-halal foods. And growing up there, and I was able to eat anywhere, basically anywhere. I can walk into whatever store, whatever person's house. I don't have to like think about like, is this food halal? Is this food not halal? Compared to like coming back here and like figuring it out years later, I'm sorry, astaghfirullah. I didn't even know, guys. Well, when I came back, I didn't know things were like not, like some meats and chickens were not halal. So obviously I ate them. But yeah, like I didn't, there's such a big difference with that. But here it's like you kind of have to be conscious about it. You have to like make the effort. You have to check to see if where you're eating from is obviously halal or halal certified or not. So that is also another plus from there. And also just like the culture, knowing that like everybody around you kind of looks like you or has the same culture as you, has the same religion as you, have the same beliefs as you know, like it's so much easier to have a conversation with someone without that like wall. Compared to there, like there, it was so easy to talk to anybody because you know at the end of the day, this person that you're talking to hopefully fears Allah. You know, you guys have the same religion, you guys have the same goals in this life and then in the hereafter. Like all of that is honestly a plus that I honestly enjoyed there. Another thing that could be either good or bad is everybody knows everybody. And like I said before, it could be good in a way of like people knowing who you are, so like no one's gonna mess with you, you know, like, you know, but it is also a bad thing because what I've noticed there that I did not like was everybody knew each other, and for that reason everybody was in your business. Like everybody's in everybody's business, and I do not like that because I don't go into people's business, so I don't want people going into my business and worrying about what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. So seeing that, honestly did not like that because I would hear and kind of see like the judgment on people's face, even if it wasn't towards me and it was someone near me, like close to me. I just did not like that. Like everybody's just in your business. Like, oh, she failed her school year this year. Why does the whole city know about it? Oh, this happened to her. Like, how come everybody knows about this? Dang, like who's spreading the information? It spreads fast too, guys. Something happens to you in the morning, by door, everybody knows, the whole city knows, okay? So that is obviously something that I did not like. Not that I had anything to hide, alhamdulillah, but still, like, I did not like seeing it even with others because why is like everybody in everybody's business? And that's so ugly. Like, mind your business. And how shall the so, you know, like be your own person. Like, don't be in other people's business. On to my next point. One thing I love so much about Djibouti, guys, no guns. There's no guys, I went there when I was 12, so I have never seen guns or never been in like any situations like that, right? And going there, I honestly respected people there because it's like if you have an issue with someone, it's you and them. Gang, you know, like you're either gonna beat them or they're either gonna beat your ass, and you're either gonna learn from it or you're either gonna be like, hey guys, I won the fight, don't ever mess with me. Like, you know, I actually like that about there because it's like everybody, you could put anybody in their place, and that is such a good thing. Like being able to put people in their spaces, in their places, I mean, like that's such a good thing because here you can't really do that. Someone can scream at you, do whatever they want, and then you could actually be scared of responding because you don't know that person. You don't know if they're carrying, if they're going to end your life right then and there. So I honestly hate that part here compared to there. It's like I can just be me, and if somebody starts problems, especially if like I have done nothing wrong, then so I kind of like that, to be honest, compared to here where it's like I really don't want to fight here. Like I'm not ghetto, like I'm really, really classy. If you know me, like I'm classy. Like I'm not doing all that because I don't know what could happen, and I will call the cops. I might call the cops. Wallahi. But yeah, anyways, that is another good thing there. There's no gun, there's no sniper. over there. So that is actually such a good thing, wallahi. Compared to here, wallahi, you don't know who's carrying. You could have a bad day. And I'm honestly like, I have road rage. So it's like, I'm working on it though. Wallahi, I'm working on it. And like, what if one, you know, like, what if one day I mess with the wrong person and then and I'm gone. Khalas, I'm not here anymore. I'm gone. What? Thinking about that is so scary, wallahi. I've never understood guns. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who allowed it or what type of law, who created that law, I don't know. I feel like just authorities should have guns. I don't think anybody can like, should have it. Like, that is so weird, wallahi. And it's so unsafe. I don't know what security it brings. You're just fearing, you're making other people scared like me, bro. Like, what the hell? Point that I loved is there's no nudity in public. Like, you're not gonna go to school on a Friday at 8 a.m. and see someone with a crop top and mini skirts and a mini skirt. Like, you're not gonna see that. And I honestly love that because despite the fact that not all of my Djiboutian people are the most religious people, we still have some sort of modesty, and I enjoyed being able to grow up in that environment. And honestly, because of it, I don't mind now like wearing modest clothes because I was used to it, right? So I kind of love that. It is honestly awesome, like going to school in an abaya, you know, or like a long skirt and stuff. And even if you were a hijabi or you weren't a hijabi, not everybody wore it, which is also good because it wasn't really forced as well. I can't speak on Somali and things like that because I haven't been there. But for Djibouti, it's way more chill in that sense. But again, it's not so chill like here where it's like you'll just see whatever. Like, it's not like that. It's not that crazy. There's a lot of decorum, which is good. A lot of decorum, a lot of
very demure, very mindful.
We like that. We want that. We need that. You know, there should be a bit more here, especially nowadays. Like, but yeah, people were more aware of the sins they commit, like they would commit. So like sins were more hidden there compared to here. So it's like you don't know the person you're sitting, if the person you're sitting next to had a crazy night last night. And I kind of like that concept of not knowing other people's faults or other people not knowing mines, you know, like in that sense. I feel like it's so cool because there's that like hishad, there's that like, you know, that like shyness of like, I'm not going to show that to people, which is honestly even good. Religion, like if we speak on Islam, we know that we're not supposed to be doing sins in public and having other people see it, right? So I kind of like that aspect too, where it's like people are more aware of like their reputations and like how they carry themselves and who they're friends with. And like there's that like, you know, compared to here, what I've noticed, people are a bit more open-minded to that. They're more open to that. They don't care, like they'll smoke, drink near you. They don't care who's watching, who's there. They don't even care if their parents find out, you know. Like I honestly like that a lot more than here. I like the decorum. I like when things are decorum. It at least puts in your head that like if you were to do like something that's sinful, at least you're kind of like aware of it and you're gonna be like, hey, I don't think I should be doing this because I'm hiding, you know. Like there was that like aspect, able to like grow up and be around that for like my entire like teenage years, like the craziest parts, you know, like teenage years are like, so having that, well, I actually loved that because it kept me grounded, you know. I had decorum, so I like that. Charity over there is so like visible, and also I don't want to use the term karma because we don't believe in karma, but I'm going to use it just for this video. And karma is also visible. And Maliki, what do you mean about that? I'm going to explain. So what I've noticed when I was growing there, of course, there's a lot of like poor people and stuff, right? So let's say I'm walking to school and I have money and I give it to someone, right? Guys, immediately, wallahi, I'm not joking, immediately, that same day, that same hour, that money was coming back to me out of I don't know where, but it was just coming back. And it truly makes me think of Islam when Allah says like when you give out charity, you'll never lose anything, you'll get it back, right? And there it is so like quick. That's the word. Like, it is so quick that you see it automatically. And I've noticed this like the entire time I was there. I was always like, subhanallah, you know, like it is so quick. Like things were happening quick, guys. Wallahi, like I was so shocked seeing it. Like, you guys don't understand. Every single time for 5 years, whether it was money or just like doing sadaqah for someone or just helping someone out, I would automatically see the reward happen like right then and there, like that same day. But like I said before, there's also the other side of things that I've noticed. I have noticed that, guys, I have so many experiences like this, but let's say you're someone in Djibouti who has money, who, you know, like has clothes, fashion, like you could tell that you're someone who's not from here or someone who's rich. If you walk around with that energy, even if you're not trying to have that energy and you're not like, you know, guys, something's gonna happen, something bad's gonna happen. And I don't want to like something could happen, like can happen, or at least has happened multiple times to like to me, in that sense, to where like I would like either be, you know, like downtown buying things, and then I would either like trip badly or someone would throw something at me. Like I would always get it back. You know what I mean? Another like one example that I'm never gonna forget. It was actually not when I was living there. It was in 2021 when I went to visit. And I remember I was so hungry, so I decided to go get pizza. And at the time I was driving around with a friend, and I was in that car. I had the pizza, it was like hot. And obviously I'm someone who eats my food really hot. Like I don't wait around. If you know me, you know that. So as I'm in the car eating, I forgot like, oh, people can see you through the glass. And I remember we were driving and we stopped at like a light. And I remember like this person, like this woman who was like homeless, came by and she like looked at me in like a way that was like, I want what you have type thing. Especially like the food. Alhamdulillah, it wasn't anything else. The food. Guys, wallahi ubillahi, I couldn't eat that pizza. And I am a big pack. I am a triple big pack. I know. So that day was actually really shocking to see that right after that, the next bite I went in to take, like I just wanted to vomit. I couldn't eat it, so I just had to give it to my friend, and he ended up giving it to his siblings. Like that simple. And I'm never going to forget that because it was so quick, guys. Like I was eating it up, and then a few seconds later, and I can't eat it anymore. I have never left pizza before, and I was hungry because I remember I didn't eat breakfast that day. So I could have ate the whole pack, guys. I could have ate the whole thing, but I couldn't. So that is what I mean about there can be good, you know, like there's gonna be like both. That is honestly something that I noticed myself. I don't know if people are gonna relate to this. I do hope that at least one other person can sees this video and says, oh, I noticed that too, because it's obviously something weird, right? It's not something like that's common, but that is honestly my experience, guys. And yeah, things there are quick. If you do good things, you're going to get it quick. Like here, I feel like obviously Allah is Allah, like everywhere, like there's no difference. But here, I don't know if it's because we're in like a like westernized place, but if you were to pay sadaqah, obviously Allah is always going to give you it back, double it back, right? But you don't see it that well, you know, like I wouldn't know exactly when, you know, like it's not that clear, but I know that God always comes through, you know. Compared to there, guys, the same day I give out, let's say I give out like 100 francs, I would get 300 francs back within hours, minutes probably. Another thing that I've noticed that I honestly really loved there was, guys, there is no bullying there. And that, Malik, what do you mean about that? Like, I thought in Africa people bully each other. Not in the same way here, and I'll explain more into detail. So here, growing up, I was bullied, I think, twice by 2 different people. Abu Huda Wasan, like, I hope you get hit by a bus. But anyways, besides the point, here, it's more so of like, when people are bullying you, they don't really know you. They're either intimidated by you or they don't like you or whatever reason. Like, they'll just bully you to bully you, make you feel embarrassed. And you have like that feeling of like, you know, like in movies, you know, when you see that happening, like you get mad for the person. That's kind of like the bullying that is here. There's none of that. You're never gonna get bullied in that way. The only time you'll get bullied is by someone you know, and it's gonna be in a way where it's like in a joke kind of way. It's like people are testing you. People are seeing like, hey, what is she about? What is he about? You know, that is more of like the vibe. And so it's never in a way of like you're gonna get bullied and you'll go home and cry for days or you'll be depressed. It's more so of a way like, hey, I'm just gonna try Malika today and see how she responds type of way. And then, you know, like, so it's never that bad. Obviously there's still bullying, like I mentioned in the beginning, but it's not bullying. It's more so like, it doesn't come from like that, a bad place like that, where the other person wants to like shame you or make you feel different or make you feel small or whatever. Like, it's not in that way. It is more so in a way where it's like they're just either testing you or they're either playing with you. Like some people that I know, at least, or I've known, are the type of people who like kind of like poke at you like as a way to like, I love you. You know, like how when a guy likes you, he kind of like, he teases you. It's kind of like in that sense, but it's never in a sense where it's like bullying, where you're like, you're gonna cry in class, or, you know, like, it's never that intense, never that serious, it's never that deep. And I honestly loved that. It was so beautiful to see, guys. Finally, and I kind of mentioned this before, of things I've loved there, is people are a lot more social there. And I'm gonna explain, like I already explained it, but there's no like main character energy. There's no, guys, please write in the comments, what is the term, like the English word for fontarnimo? Because I can only say it in Somali. There's no like fontarnimo there, you know, like I'm all this, I'm all that, you know, like over there. And I honestly love that, because here it was the opposite. Like almost everybody had that, like, you know, like I'm better than you, or like I'm older than you, or I'm this than you. Like everybody kind of had that energy to them. And I was like, what? Like going there and seeing the opposite was so refreshing, especially like being that young. Like it was so cool, because here, when I was here, if like my mom's friends, like kids were older than me, let's say even they were like a year older than me, just because they're a year older than me, like they would show me that, like, hey, you know, like I'm older than you, you know, like I'm way older than you, like, you know, ilmeherbata, you're a kid, you know, like there's like that energy. Even friends, like even people that you know, or like, you know, like there's always going to be like, there was always actually that sort of like energy, as like I'm older, or I'm this, or I'm that, you know, compared to there. As soon as I went there, guys, most of my friends, like I had no friends who were my age, Harta. I'm 98. I had no 98 friends. I had no 97 friends, actually. The earliest was 96, 95. Like that was my friend group. And nobody cares about that. Like the person, your best friend could be 5 years older than you, could be 3 years older than you, could be 2 years younger than you, can be like, there's not that energy. There's not that, you know? So that is honestly something I also enjoyed seeing, especially like in womanhood and like girls, right? Because seeing here the opposite, and not really having that. I'm the eldest, so I don't have like an older sister. I didn't also have older cousins who were here at the time. So I've never had that like older sister energy, or like that, you know? And it was honestly like, when I went there, thinking about it, I was like, dang, they were actually kind of rude and weird, because like you guys weren't even that older than me. Like some were actually my age, just a few months, like were born just a few months before me. Yeah, you're acting like you're that much older than me, or that I'm that much younger than you. Like make it make sense, compared to there. I'm hanging out with 95s and 94s, and I'm 98, late 98 actually. So it is honestly crazy, like when I think about that aspect of like that fontarnimo that there is like in a lot of people who are like born here, unfortunately, compared to there, where it's like nobody cares about that. It's like they only care about you. And that is honestly such a good thing, a good quality to have, because younger me would have enjoyed when going to Djibouti earlier, because it wasn't until I went there that I finally got that like sisterhood and having like older friends who would take care of me and like, you know, like, so that was honestly so refreshing to me. Alhamdulillah for that experience, compared to here where it was like more sad, like, okay, I'm alone, I'm the oldest, I don't know, like I am basically figuring out life by myself, compared to there where it's like I don't even have to think, about what I want to do, you know, like where I'm going, because there's always going to be somebody who's there to take care of me or who's older than me who's going to guide me. So I love that concept. But anyways guys, this video is so long, I didn't want to make it that long, and I also had like the opposite. So let me know if you want to see a part 2 to this where it's like I'm talking about the bad things and not like the good things. That is it for my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and inshallah I'll see you in my next video. Bye.